presentation on increasing heritage awareness through active interdisciplinary learning, from clay models to virtual and augmented reality in the classroom. This is a joint work with Simina Frincu, and I will be the one presenting the results. To enable a smooth presentation, I will turn off the camera for the rest of the presentation. So, as a brief outline, I will start by discussing the background and the rationale for our work, and then I will discuss student-centric active learning and opportunities for cultural heritage. With that in mind, I will present our approach to teaching and learning and focus on a specific case study as an example. Cultural heritage can be used as a promoter for various activities, including cultural, artistic, and even hands-on STEAM opportunities in success for all approaches, targeting even low-income and rural students. As you can see in the image, it could be potentially a game changer for Southeastern European countries, where attendance to cultural activities is the lowest according to recent statistics. Furthermore, in relation to cultural heritage, digital technologies in teaching and learning have a great potential for immersive learning spaces where heritage can play a key role, enabling students to view and discuss concepts from different perspectives, all based on their own diverse backgrounds. So, what is student-centric active learning? Well, active learning puts higher weight on students' choice of learning with emphasis on the learning process and outcome rather than the content itself. It is a means to facilitate success for all students. A way to achieve active learning is through problem-based learning, which allows students to choose their own learning objectives and also outcomes based on their prior knowledge, filling their gaps in knowledge, skills, and understanding. And this is something that we will revisit in our case study later. There are four strategies for active learning. The first one is to encourage students to be active in acquiring knowledge through in-class exercises, fieldwork, or computer-assisted learning. The second one is to increase students' awareness of what and why they're doing a specific task. Thirdly, it's all about focusing on the interaction during sessions, especially student interactions. And fourthly, it's about emphasizing transferable skills. So, with that in mind, let us see the concept of new museology, which is defined as heritage awareness by integrating concepts such as the new museology by placing students at the center of an inclusive and accessible experience. So it is about providing participants, and in this particular study, students with the chance of experiencing everything first person by relating and integrating into this landscape, going beyond a simple visit to the museum and seeing some exponents, for instance. It is about living the experiences, trying to understand, feel what those spaces and people were all about or are all about. So, with that in mind, focusing on STEAM students, basically STEM students including arts, our approach is bidirectional. So, at the center, we have heritage and we have digital technologies, all defining and being part of the new museology. And we have, on one side, science and engineering students, and then arts, humanities, social science students on the other side, all with different skills, but capable of approaching the same problem from different angles. And to ensure success and the best experience, enabling success for all, the ideal is that they should collaborate to better understand the problem at hand. So we've got the science and engineering students that are literate in digital technologies and they can use heritage as a case study. On the other hand, we have the arts and humanities and social science students that could have heritage topics as assignments and they could be using digital technologies to better understand their problems. So, in a sense, all of them address the same problems and the same topics, but from different angle, harnessing their own advantages. So let us focus on the case study. Between 2016 and 2020, I ran a module on astronomy and culture for undergrad students enrolled in any discipline. It had 14 hours of lectures and 14 hours of seminars, so roughly one semester, and it addressed topics such as archaeastronomy, ethnostronomy, history of astronomy, astronomy in various disciplines. And depending on the year, the cohort ranged from 35 to 70 students. In addition to that, given my interests in the area, I have proposed thesis projects for undergrad students learning towards their final projects, focusing only computer science students. So when designing this module, our aim was to target the four aspects of active learning. The first one was achieved through museum visits and assignments focused on individual student knowledge and skills, and also use of digital media. So this basically engages students in acquiring new knowledge. The second one was achieved by designing specific assignments reenacting certain aspects of the tangible and intangible heritage. By doing this, students' awareness of what and why they are doing a specific task was stimulated. The third one, encouraging group work and discussions between students, was by creating teams or encouraging teams of different backgrounds and different skills. So we had computer science students sharing expertise in using digital technologies, art students offering knowledge in creating replica models, humanities and social science students providing the skills for writing essays, for instance. So, with this in mind, uh, let us move to the fourth core aspect, and that involves transferable skills. The assignments themselves were targeting critical thinking, communication, problem solving, digital literacy, and many others through group work and individual research towards a common goal. So, because there were many examples, but perhaps the most representative is the Neolithic Parts Sanctuary in Romania, that was given as an assignment to a team of 6 students, 3 arts students, 1 student studying foreign languages, 1 student studying psychology, and 1 enrolled in computer science. So, as a background, little, if any, knowledge on astronomy, archastronomy, archaeology, history of the site itself was available before, and students were basically unaware of, of the site and its archaeological and astronomical significance. So, at the end of the assignment, the results exceeded the initial expectations. Students not only designed the model itself by using the digital technologies, but also clay replicas, but they also designed the front cover of a collective volume, an original concept inspired by a parts of sanctuary. They also designed a 3D printed model, and also the solar ecliptic model to simulate lightning inside the clay model itself. They also worked towards an article, a joint study published in an astronomy review journal where all the team members collaborated. Even if initially not all of them understood the reason for doing that, but hopefully towards the end, everybody understood that it's about expanding knowledge, gaining some additional knowledge for themselves, and also some skills such as critical writing, researching, and others. And last but not least, a BSc thesis was focused on recreating the ancient skyscape at Partsa by using gaming technology, so serious games. Here are some pictures from all these. You can see here the clay model, one of the students working on it, and then a laptop displaying some replicas. Here, some images, and the student uses those images as reference in its design. And we have the ecliptic, which had 3D printed components, and there was a flashlight here that uh, was moving uh, on this tube simulating the sun and enabled to see the interior lighting. You can see the flashlight here and hopefully the intense light projected on the wall. We also have here the 3D model of the sanctuary with the key elements and also the 3D replica integrating various technologies such as Stellarium for the night sky, Unity for the gaming feeling. So, a lot of activities by these groups of students, including the cover I mentioned, inspired by the sanctuary itself, created by an arts student. So, throughout its delivery, it got top scores in the evaluation, Students received it very well, except for the last one where the delivery was online and probably didn't had the same touch as before due to COVID. And as I said, a lot of positive comments from students, including on the methodology, the information provided, the activities, and also the lecture student interaction. Uh, some of them even noted that if they are to remember anything from this module would be the parts of sanctuary and also the heliacal rising of the star Sirius, which was also part of a visit, of an experience by the students uh, post module in the summer with a bunch of students that continued collaborating with us and working on various arcastronomy concepts. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us. You've got the emails there. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the conference.